So, gentlemen, how are we doing this evening? Welcome back to the locker room, guys. We are on episode 9. Some stuff to go over tonight. We got some more NBA action. We had a little bit of a thought process for some of our guys didn't go the way they thought. So, we're going to get right into it, talk about it, talk about the Spurs versus the Thunder. Uh, Western Conference Finals and just kind of get everybody's kickback on how they felt it went and the shocks, the surprises, and the where they think it goes from here going forward.
You just want to start there because I was wrong.
You might be right. You were wrong. Wrong, wrong. You and Kyle were
I was
wrong.
wrong as a bitch,
You and
dude.
Kyle were
Oh,
wrong. Over you were wrong. Now, Miguel,
dude, the
your
Spurs
boy
done whooped some
Balto, and Truitt
ass.
said, hey.
Listen, let me get my part out the way real quick so I can eat my
Go.
words and I can move on. The Spurs 3-point shooting, let me just talk about that real quick, is some of the best I've seen in the NBA recently. That shit, all seven of those games were stellar to watch. I'm glad it went to 7 games. I'm glad no one overpowered the other team. It was the series that we all wanted it to be. Thunder looked like ass most of it. I think a lot of those games could have been closer, but the Spurs were playing absolutely out of their minds. And I'm going to give a big clap right now to Dylan Harper, one of the best rookies I've ever seen come into the league of basketball. Shining when you most needed to. That's fucking crazy, in my opinion. Hats off to the Spurs. They
Well,
deserve it. Congratulations.
dude, let's talk about champagne, bro. He is. I mean, that boy balling right now for the Spurs.
Yeah, his 3-point shootings. Yeah.
I mean, I think the thing about the Spurs, in my opinion, is we all thought that OKC was the dominant force, and they just turned it on when they needed to turn it on. I mean, listen, the Spurs were the underdog going into that. Nobody's going to deny that. Nobody can say they weren't. They were the underdog in every game by every odd known to man, and they basically said, "Bunk that. We don't care. Let us show you what we're made of." And they did. Their three-pointing, going back to what Smitty said, three-point shooting is out of this world right now. I mean, they are. I literally was talking to Smitty the other night, and I watched the Spurs bang four threes back to back to back to back and did not miss one. I mean, the boys are shooting lights out. I mean, listen, they might be playing above their pay grade right now, but at the end of the day, they're doing what they got to do. They took down the juggernaut that probably a good majority of sports people thought was going to take the championship again and go back to back. And they said, no, not so fast. We're young, we're hungry, and here we are. And I mean, you can't knock their hustle. They played and they went into OKC game 7, which is, I mean, that's a gauntlet for any NBA team to go into. And they walked away
Yeah.
winners. I mean, they walked away Western Conference champ, and now they're sitting against the Knicks. And I mean, we go to the Knicks if you want to that game. We'll get to that next. But like, they, I'm very proud. I mean, to say that I've been a Spurs fan since like 2000 and like 3, 4. I was a doubter that they had the guff to take on OKC. I was a doubter, and they proved a fan wrong because I thought it was going to be. I thought game 7. Once they got to game 7, I was like, here we go. Like, here we go. And they held their own. The boys played their hearts out and they walked away with the win. What anybody else got?
Tyler, you want to go?
Yeah, sure. I mean, we'll move into the current series. I mean, they were up by 15 two different times on Wednesday and still couldn't hold it together. I mean, I don't know if it's coach. I mean, I don't believe it's playing or it's
You
algorithm.
got hot versus hot right now.
Yeah.
See, that's your big difference, right? You got the other hot team on the other side of the bracket versus the hot team now. Both are going to play well. That's the problem.
And that's the thing. I mean, with them having a 5 or 6, almost a week off of playing while the Spurs and the Thunder duked it out, They came back
Listen.
in rolling hot when they were down too. That's why.
Just like you expect Wemby to be that guy for that team, everyone is looking at Jalen Brunson to be that guy. I would not expect that man to go under 25 points a single game in the series,
I agree with
even if
you.
it goes to game 7.
I agree with you.
Jalen Brunson's he's one of the offensive people this season right now. His stats are crazy offensively this season.
Stellar
He's
season.
he's gonna be driving to. You've seen his 3 points go down, but you've seen his field goals skyrocket.
Yep, correct.
So question. So the Spurs are the home team on this one, so they get more games at home, right? I'm correct on that. Okay.
Yeah,
They're the
the
better
Spurs
they're
would,
the
they have
better
the
record.
better
Yeah.
record.
So let's remember that the Spurs didn't drop a game at home last series. Like, let's see what happens. Did they drop a game at home?
Yes.
They just lost. Yeah.
No. Oh, that's
did.
right. They lost game 1 now. But I'm saying in the last series.
Yeah. They did
So-
in OKC.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
this
but
is
series.
this is kind of starting to remind me a little bit of the OKC. What OKC do in their first game? They dropped it.
They
lost.
lost to the Spurs in OKC.
So
Yeah,
that's what I'm
double
saying.
overtime.
Like, could this be? Yeah, but could this be like a revamp, and the Knicks go in and say everybody counted us out? I mean, we all said it. Whoever wins in the West is going to win. Everybody in this room, everybody in this group said that, and the Knicks might be another team that's just like, hold on, behave. We ain't just giving up just because you tell us to.
Yeah, and if you watch the game on Wednesday, I mean, Cat up against Wembanyama, like, dude, he was trying to body Wemby the entire time. He's like, just because you're taller than me, just mean I won't put this body
listen,
on you.
Listen, they literally have Timothy Chalamet in the fucking bleachers, dog. They can't lose.
Yeah, Cat's gonna have to do that every game though. I mean, Cat held his own game 1, but it's gonna be. I'm kind of gonna eat my words because I remember I said that they were gonna sweep the Knicks, but after, yeah, the Knicks look hungry, bro. Like they're just like they're very
27 years.
they're like cohesive together, bro. Like the squad they got, like Josh Hart is a dog.
Yeah.
Like it's gonna be
OG.
a long series for sure.
I fully see
kinda-
this going 7 again. I fully see it. Like,
I could see it.
unless you see something come out tonight where the Spurs just dominate and then they dominate the next game, I fully could see this could be a 7-game series. Listen, I knew Jalen Brunson was a good player. I knew he was. I knew he had some dog in him. But he played very well Wednesday. He did.
And he got banged up
Yeah,
too.
and I mean,
Man was getting.
But not only on the scoring, like he led that team like a leader. When they were getting touch and go and the Spurs were making their runs, like he brought the team back together. Jalen Brunson, for the first time that I've seen since he's been a Knick, like looked like a full whole blown ass leader. And that's fun. Like, I'm sorry, I want it to be a competition. I don't want somebody to get swept in the finals. Everybody knows if in football, if somebody gets blown out in the Super Bowl, you're like, well, that was boring.
We're not gonna talk about that.
Yeah, like, but you know what I'm saying? Like that was boring. You know, or in baseball, if somebody's getting whooped 12-0 and they don't score a point, well, that's boring. If a team in hockey gets 4-0'd, that was boring. I want to see a fun, like championship. Like, it's supposed to be the best 2 teams coming out. Let's make it fun. So the Knicks came out and they did their damn thing on Wednesday. They did exactly what they were supposed to do, and they made all the right moves. Their center definitely made Wembanyama uncomfortable. So he's going to have to adjust to that and adjust, I mean, this isn't OKC center who looked terrified of Wembanyama the entire series. Let's be honest. Everybody said it. Like, there's so many TikToks on that dude, and they say his name, and the dude's, like, literally, like, ducking and hiding because it was funny. Like, at the end of the day, like, this guy ain't scared. You want to throw bodies? Let's throw bodies. You a little taller than me? I'm going to use my weight. And this is what I said way back when Miggy made the comment that he might be one of the greatest of all time. The boy needs to gain some weight. Against most centers in the league, he is outweighed by 40, 50 pounds. If you get a center that ain't scared, he's gonna push him. He's gonna push him around.
He doesn't use what he has to his advantage every single game. That's the problem. Look at game 1 against OKC. What'd he do? He stayed under the net. Any rebound he got, it went in, right? That's why he's got 27 rebounds and almost fucking 4 points.
Yeah.
Dude was, or no, he got what, 41 or 42, didn't he? He did break 40.
41.
Yeah,
41.
no, exactly. If he would have just done that the whole game, OKC might not have even won a game as bad as they were playing.
Yeah.
Wemby needs to sit under the basket. He needs to average. His average on any sports betting right now is like 12 and a half is his average. He needs to be averaging 20 a game right now with those offense and scoring at least 15 points out of that.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. And Wemby will be your guy every single time. Matter, they'll throw threes and either make them or Wemby giving them 2. You can't, like, that's all I'm saying. Use your height to your advantage.
Yeah, Wemby's putting on screens versus sitting under the bucket for sure.
Yeah. And Wemby's step backs, like his shoot good, don't get me wrong, but I don't know why you're moving him around the way you're moving. I mean, yeah, his 3-pointing's been good, but he shoots like 2 or 3 a game. He's not Champagne or Vassell that shoots 4 to 6 a game. You know, that's it. It's 2 totally different realms. The height you need to use to your advantage. I'm sorry, 7'4". Your head's literally touching the fucking net. Just stand there and put your arms up and wait to put in the basket. I don't get it.
No, you're right. I agree. Even in alley oops, he should be there. Like, you don't need that man to shoot. You don't need that man to drive. You need that man to rebound and get baskets that don't go in. That's what he.
Yep.
You know, his height is for that reason. You know, and they didn't do it against the Knicks. And
I feel like they switched it up this last game. You know, I feel like they switched it up this game and made Wemby go out a lot more, and it's just like, why? Why? I'm under the adage, guys, of if it ain't broke, don't fix it. It wasn't broke. It won against OKC. Why are you trying to fix it?
If you look at what they have him doing right now, it's setting up screens. You have a long string bean out there trying to set up screens for other players. That's fucking.
Yeah,
And granted, with him being 7'4", you do have to take an extra step to get around him, but
he's
not what
he's not Giannis. He's not Karl Anthony Towns. Like, he's not over 6'5" with some decent body weight to him. Like, he's 7'4", but like 120 pounds soaking wet. It's crazy.
I mean, and again, that goes back to what I told you guys. Like, the kid needs to beef up. Like, I'm not saying he can't be one of the greatest, but if you're going to be a center in this league and you're going to be holding screens, you got to be a Karl Anthony Towns or a Chet Holmgren or somebody like that who can sit there and but he's still 240 pounds. If Wembanyama hits 200, I literally probably fall off this chair right now. I weigh more than Victor Wembanyama, and he's got me by 2 feet, damn near. Like, come on. Like, it's wild that you got this guy that, sorry, half the point guards in the league weigh more than he does. And you got him out there setting picks.
Yeah, and no one can say nothing because look at that guy with the height. Brunson, one of the shortest point guards, still can put up points. Like, come on, right there.
That's all I'm saying.
Wemby's got to do more. Like Miguel was saying, Wemby's got to be that guy. He was somewhat that guy until Champagne started going off and Vassell started going off. But hey, he's proven he can do it. I don't know why you don't just set him under there.
Yeah, because ain't nobody out jumping the string bean. We all know this.
He don't even
nobody
got
out
to.
jumping
he
him.
Put his hand up and tap it into.
Yeah,
like
ain't nobody out jumping him.
His biggest concern is he's just got to watch goaltending. That's it.
Yeah,
just don't put your hand over the rim. That's it.
Yep. And don't touch it while the ball's in the circle. Like, it's not hard. Like, this is real easy. But, you know, we talked a little bit before this podcast tonight about the Spurs coaching staff and was their inexperience going to cost them something? Well, in game 1, it cost them a whole hell of a lot. It cost them game 1 win. That's what it cost. That coaching decision to put Wembanyama out there being whatever the hell they thought he was, Mr. Pick Daddy, cost them game 1 because he did not dominate where he dominates. and they
Yeah.
got dominated because of it.
Yeah, in the second period, they were up by 16, and then in the third period, they were up by 17, and you still lost by 10. And it's because when they're pulling Wemby out, nobody can stop Brunson.
It's a
Or
fact.
Cat going to the rim, or, I mean, whenever Wemby's out there, they need to definitely be more considerate, like we've been talking about, putting him under the rim. Make Vassell block, make Fox block, make Castle block, make somebody else block. Wemby, get your ass under the rim.
The problem I've noticed with Brunson too is he's like every other good point guard in the league that I hate, where how they get their points and it's fouls. The man knows how to draw fouls.
He's like
Like,
SGA. He's like SGA.
And I'm sorry, but if you can stay at the free throw line and throw 95% to 90%, if you get man, dude, fouls are crazy. That's all I'm gonna say.
And
Like,
again, we're in a new NBA, gentlemen. We've all said this 100
Oh.
times. I remember the old NBA because I'm a lot older than everybody in this group. But some of these fouls that these refs call these days, I mean, you just got to throw your hands up and be like, dude, let them play ball. Like, this is basketball at the end of the day. This ain't, they ain't ballerinas. They ain't tiptoeing around a court. They're basketball players. You got to let people get a little physical. And I feel like anymore, basketball, if you want to get a little physical and assert your dominance, there goes that fucking whistle. Every time. And then you got
especially when you know how to draw it.
yeah, and especially point guard like Brunson. I mean, there's a lot of SGA was another good one at it. He didn't do so great against the Spurs in it because the refs actually let him play in that one. Like SGA hit the ground a couple of times, and the ref just looked at him and was like, "Dude, get up. Like, stop playing. Dude, get up." Like,
Hey,
so
they did that. Hey, they did that to Brunson for Wednesday. He took a nasty spill, and they did not call a timeout when they actually should have. That was crazy.
yeah, but then after that one, he got all his get backs. Everything
I mean,
was
he
called.
did, but it did cost them a 3-point in the fourth quarter when it was very, very close.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I just think the Spurs coaching staff played that all wrong. They thought they were going to go in there and dominate, and they didn't.
I think if the Spurs lose this, it's more or less if they lose. I think if they lose this series, I think it's going to be more or less the Spurs just shooting themselves in the foot. Not saying that the Knicks aren't as good as what they are, because obviously they're in the finals for a reason. But if the Spurs can play how they played the whole playoffs, they're not going to lose this series. It's
should
going
not
to
be a
come
game,
down
yeah.
to
Yeah, this shouldn't be a game. If
Yeah,
the Spurs play like they should.
it easily. It's going to come down to coaching. It's going to come down to them all supporting each other, bench players, all the role players. If they
And
play how they can play,
they gotta start scoring 100 points in quarters.
Minimum.
yeah.
Minimum.
And then utilizing Wemby for what the fuck he's built for.
I mean, realistically, Spurs need to score 110 a game. The Knicks are going to put up their points. Let's not get it twisted. They're not like they're scrubs. Like Miggy said, they're in the finals for a reason.
If you can put up 30 points a quarter against the best team on the other side, like, you should dominate and win.
You
And
should.
right now, the Knicks look like that team. The Spurs just look like that team against OKC, but they need to continue it. Like, that's the problem I said back in that video when I said I didn't see them making it past OKC, is this is what I was scared of. Them making it past OKC and not being able to follow through with what they're capable of.
I think they could have given all their gas against OKC, and now they're like, I don't want to see them roll over. I want to see this be a good series, go game 7, or maybe Spurs turn around and, like I said, potentially utilize their players a lot better.
I expect a crazy game out. And if it's not, and they lose this game, I'm gonna say see
then
the
they get
Spurs.
And then they go to the Knicks home turf. It'll be bad.
If the Spurs lose this game, the Spurs are in some trouble.
They might get 4-0'd. They might get 4-0'd if they can't win tonight.
4-0'd?
I don't think they'll be swept. Oh, that's
No,
definitely a
they'll come out. No, listen, the Knicks ain't 4-0 in them. The Knicks haven't 4-0'd really anybody except the Cavs because they played like shit the entire series. They played freaking horrible. But like,
no lead it safe with the Knicks. Like, they've done it all postseason.
Yeah, they're a
coming
good
back
team. Nobody can say they're not a good team. They're a good team. But like,
Oh no,
yeah, like Truman said, the Spurs had multiple opportunities to put that game away. They were up by
Yeah.
almost 20.
And their fans are just better.
Two
dude.
times. 2 times.
2 times, almost up by 20.
Yeah,
And
And
lost
they
by
gave that
10.
game up.
Ben Stiller and Timothy Chalamet out there rooting on the Knicks, bro.
Can't
Good
lose,
luck,
bro. Yeah.
bro. Good luck. You got Ben Stiller out there, dude. He's still alive, by the way. What the
I
fuck?
know that's crazy.
That's like the seeing Tim Allen still play Woody in freaking Toy Story. It's like, dude, still a kid in the Toolman Taylor still here.
It's wild. I mean, I'm hoping that it turns around and at the
They
I hope
better
I
fix
hope they
their
show some
shit
yeah.
tonight.
Yeah, they better show some guff tonight. I mean, the game starts in literally 6 minutes, so it's gonna be going on. Once pretty much as we
Wait,
finish
I
up
thought
our
it started at
broadcast. Tonight.
8:40.
I
I thought
have
it started at
I
8:40.
have 8:30 on my
Hey,
phone. Oh, my phone says 8:30.
Thank you, Smitty. I thought I was tripping.
I guess Sports Center is wrong. My bad.
ESPN
says
says
8:30.
8:30 too.
Yeah,
You know
what
that shit ain't
ESPN,
starting
yeah.
at 8:30, bro.
8:40.
But at the end of the day, the game ain't gonna start then. But like the Spurs have to show up tonight. The Spurs have to do the damn thing. That Wembanyama has to be the guy he was against OKC. Their bench has to play better. You can't have Wemby have to take a break because literally he's gassed, and everybody else just don't know how to block a single person on the other team. Like that's what happened. That's how they lost both their leads. Wemby went to the bench and whew, they closed the gap that fast. Like that
Yeah,
whole
because
team needs to step up.
Brunson,
Go ahead, Kyle.
well, Brunson, he got hurt. Well, like he came out. There was
He
like
came
a
back.
significant time he didn't play. I mean, when
Yeah.
the Spurs took that lead, though, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, he was out for almost like 8 minutes, 10
Mhm.
minutes of gameplay. And then he came back, and then they just went on a heater. And that's what I'm saying. Like, whenever they pulled Wemby during that time period, his backup, I forget his name, he couldn't even block Cat. Or couldn't block Brunson. He couldn't block anything.
And we
You
all
need
said that.
Wemby to be in there.
We all said that in the last series too. What were we most concerned about the Spurs?
Coaching, time management.
No, their bench.
Yep.
Their bench was not as good as OKC's. And when their bench has to be against New York starters,
No.
it's not.
Turn TV off.
It didn't happen. Like we saw it.
Turn it off.
We saw it Wednesday. It did not happen. Like their bench came in. Wemby went on the bench because he needed a breather. The backup came in for Wemby, and he literally played like dog water.
Who's even
think-
the backup? Is it Cornette?
I
Luke
think so.
Cornette?
Yeah.
I think
Cornette.
it is Cornette, and I think he had like 16 minutes of play time. Or it was mid tens of play time, and he had like 1 block.
And he's not a small guy.
No.
And Jalen Brunson ran around him like 19 times. Like no
He
cap.
didn't put up 40 points, but he should have.
I mean, he literally made that guy look like he had concrete in his sneakers. Oh boy, couldn't get off the freaking spot to block a guy that is literally bottom 5 shortest point guards in the league. Dude, you got this kid by a solid 1.5 feet, and you can't throw a block? Come on, kid. Like
With him charging the paint too.
yeah,
like,
with him charging the net. Like, come on, dude. What are you doing? Like, Wemby's gonna. I truly believe that Wemby's gonna have to put him up by a significant lead, more than apparently 17. And he's gonna have to take way less time sitting on the bench if they're gonna go, unless Cornette turns it around and starts playing like he did against OKC when Wemby was out. They're gonna. Wemby ain't gonna see that chair on the sidelines too much, is my opinion, because
yeah,
at the end of the day, they're gonna run him ragged, because at the end of the day, if the guy behind him can't back him up and can't stop some plays while he's sitting on the bench to take a breather and get some Gatorade in him, like you can't blow 2 almost 20-point leads in 2 different
I agree.
quarters. You can't do it.
I'm gonna flat out say, I mean, Wemby scored what, mid 20s, 25, 27 points on
He
Wednesday.
needs 40.
He-
He needs 40.
If he's not putting up at least between 30 and 35, they're probably gonna. You need to utilize him, like Smitty said. Like everybody here is in agreement. You gotta put him on the.
Well, listen, Weston being the tall center needs to match their best point guard being Brunson. If Brunson puts up 25 points, he needs to put up 25 points. Brunson puts up 30, he needs to put up 30. You can't let the deficit go on best player to best player, that or you're going to start losing it from there. Like, because everyone else, if you start matching them up, New York's got most of that right now.
Yep,
I'll
it's
say that.
got to net zero or be even. If not, like, yeah, it's
Well,
gonna
I
end up
mean,
bad.
well, the other side of it is let's not forget what's probably one of the most important things in sports games is momentum.
Yeah.
When you have it and you are on a high, and then that team comes back and takes all the air out of your sails and get all the momentum, that could cost you a game, and it did. The Spurs were on cruise control 2 times last game. Cruise control. And the Knicks roared back, and then the Spurs, after that second roar back, could never recover because all the momentum, that momentum meter just went bam, New York.
I feel like they need to spread out their timeouts better because honestly, as much as we like Wemby needs a break, going out for like 7 minutes when you're just watching them the Knicks run down the court, spread out your timeouts better. Utilize them and give Wemby smaller breaks in between versus longer breaks and more consistently.
Well, the bigger thing of that is you have to first off, nobody should be sitting the bench for 7 minutes as an elite all-star in the freaking NBA. Come on now. Like I get you gotta take your breaths and stuff. You gonna be out for a minute or two. You gonna take like 6, 7, 8 runs up and down the court. But coaching needs to see, hey, we're losing that lead. Wemby, get your butt back in that game. We can't lose this lead right now.
They
We
did
just
it both times he got subbed out, both times they lost that 10 to 15 point lead. It just kept continuously happening.
Yep, and that's why they lost because Wemby, after the second time they lost that, Wemby couldn't bring it back again. He tried,
No,
and he just couldn't
tried.
because he started.
And Cat bodied him.
Yeah,
Cat said, "Okay, do it again."
yeah,
Cat was with it.
yeah. I mean, it's just I'm praying for at least a 6-game series. I don't want anybody blown out, especially the way San Antonio played the last series. Like, come on, man! Like you gotta dig down deep somewhere in your ball sack and pull out some manhood and fucking win this game. Like, I'm sorry, you have to. Like, you just can't sit
Deep in the ball.
like you can't just sit there and let this team that really realistically, like I said, most sportscasters said the West wins regardless. And then you go out game 1 at home in San Antonio, go up 20, almost 20 twice, and still lose by 10. And don't score 100 points. You didn't score 25 points a quarter. That's what that turns into. You couldn't put 25 points on the board per quarter. You were 5 shy. Like, you can't do that. That is a great snip right there. If you're not scoring probably 105, 110 points every game, you're probably going to lose. That's just my opinion. I mean, this is going to be high-scoring games, and you got to score like that. I mean, look at OKC and the Spurs. What was it? 111, 125.
Dylan Harper.
113, 108. Like, everything was high 100s to 1 teens. Like, that's what everything was in the last series. You have to match that energy and score those points if you want to win. Or you have to have the defensive game of your life and hold New York to 90 points, 92 points, 95 points.
That's not happening.
And that's probably not going to happen. So you better start scoring a little bit more. They need to put Wemby back under the bench or under the basket. They need to put, they need to utilize aces in places. And I feel like they threw the playbook against OKC, and they said, "Oh, this got us to here." Out the window that went. Let's try something completely different.
I think they walked in with the demeanor like it was just going to be easy. Like if we got a giant, significant lead, okay, we can let off the gas and rest and start getting ready for Friday.
Oh, it sounds
And
like
they're like, "Oh shit!"
Sounds like
and
another
then
team
the
I
Knicks
know.
caught back up, and then they did it again. And they're like, "Oh shit!" And then they couldn't retain it, like you said. So I'm thinking they got to have more energy tonight, more stamina, better timing as far as bench management. I think they'll be fine.
I think so too. I think tonight's going to be a big pivotal game. I think they're going to come out way more hungry tonight. I think they're going to go deep into it. I think they're going to go deep into it tonight. And I think the Spurs pull out game 2. I think it goes to 1-1, and then we're right back to we got a battle.
Oh, they're pulling out all right. Knicks are giving out back shots tonight.
You think the Knicks pull this one out too?
Yes.
Okay? So you think the Knicks win? Miggy is shaking his head no. T, Spurs Knicks. Come on, prediction. What?
Wemby's dropping fucking 40!
Wemby's dropping 40. All right, Kyle, what you think?
I like the Spurs. I don't think Wemby's dropping 40. I wouldn't be surprised if
40. He might drop 40 minutes in the ice bath after he gets bent over tonight.
40 PRA.
He's out. He's walking.
I'll tell you,
away
the
from
Spurs
the
are only winning this game if they can hit their threes. If they can hit, other than Champagne hits threes, they can win.
Other than Champagne, yeah, dude.
He must have put Wemby for 40 tonight, so he's cooked because he didn't.
Yeah, dude. You better cash that
no,
shit out.
I mean, listen,
Absolute
I'm gonna come right back with it. I think the Spurs find a little bit of the magic from the last series. I think the Spurs even it back up to 1-1. I think the Spurs go ahead and even it out and make it a series. I think the Knicks proved in game one that the Spurs can't take them lightly. And I think it was maybe a shock and a wake up call for San Antonio. They went back into that locker room after that loss and went, oh, this wasn't going to be as easy of a walkover as we thought. We better start actually playing some damn ball. Oh, I know you did. Put it away. Yeah, he did it for 40. But I think it might. I'm hoping it was a wake up call for him, and they went back in that locker room after that 10-point loss and said, "Oh well, this wasn't going to be as we thought. OKC was hard, and we were just going to coast, and we can't coast. We got to do more." So I think they muster themselves back together tonight. I think they get the dub tonight. I might eat my words next Wednesday when we hit this podcast again for episode. What are we on? Kyle, this is episode 9, right?
8.
8. Okay, so episode 9 might come back as me eating some crow, and we might be in way more trouble because by then, what? Tonight's a game, then they got a game Sunday, then they got a game Tuesday, right?
Yep, and then Thursday it happens.
Yeah, so by when we get back together next, if we do Wednesday night like we do sometimes, or if we do Friday, it might be all over, and we might all be going, throw the violin out, it's over, and that's definitely gonna be a big loss to Wembyana being one of those goats that Miggy's talking about if he goes and gets rocked by the Knicks in his first one. It's gonna be. I mean, look at the king out in LA, LeBron. What's the biggest mark against him? Oh, he's 4-6 in the finals. It's what everybody says. He's been to 10 of them. That doesn't matter. But he's 4-6 in them. That's what matters to people. So at the end of the day, he can't. Wemby, if he wants to get to elite center status, he can't drop this one. Like he's gonna have to muster up whatever he has in him and take this trophy for himself and prove that he's destined to be one of those guys that you have in your head that he's gonna be.
Ryan,
Yo,
do you not remember why I asked you to wear that Michigan jersey? Because I was going to wear Lamar, and it's the 8th episode, and we're both wearing 8, and you still said it's the 9th episode.
Listen, I'm old, okay? The memory don't work like it used to. Leave me alone, gentlemen, okay? I mean, listen. I'll be honest with you. You guys both, y'all know. I mean, I watch enough of it, but I'm not the biggest basketball fan in the world. I am dead set deep in baseball right now. My new jersey's coming on Monday, so I'm excited about that. Me and Kyle are gonna be rocking the same jersey next week, baby.
Nah, I got a Tucker jersey for the 9th episode next week.
I got one of those too. I can wear it. I got one with you. But yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, when we get to our 89th episode, I got Andrews for us. So way back.
Oh, you know what's coming. You know what's coming out on the podcast on the 15th episode. You already know.
We're going from 13 to.
For the locker room guys, we're gonna end up skipping 15. We're probably just gonna stop the series and leave at 10 and start it over.
We're gonna revamp the
because there ain't nothing with a 15 on it that anybody in this chat wants to talk about except that one dummy.
We'll make sure we discreetly have the locker room's 15th episode, not with Miguel here.
He's gonna have to work that day for sure. He's gonna be like, guys, I gotta work tonight. Damn, perfect night. Let's do it, boys. 4 of us. Done.
I'll prop my phone up and leave it here and leave the jersey just in the camera so you guys can just look at it. You know.
Yeah,
look
hey,
at it.
Wemby also gonna have to hit a half court shot. Like, motherfucker did that out of 7 games against OKC. Like, where the fuck that shit at?
Wemby
Figure
just
it out
has to
tonight.
hit his shots.
He used
Yeah,
up
he
all
just-
his talent.
again.
He used up all his talent to beat OKC.
I think they put him in a position where he got. Listen, remember this kid is young. Okay, he's not a vet. He is, but he's not. He's young, and they put him in the position to be the most successful against OKC. And then in the first game of this series, they said, "Let's do something that is completely against your wheelhouse." And I think it messed him up a little bit, and that's why he missed a shot. That's why he wasn't on point the way he usually was. The dude was literally the reason he was taking 7-minute breaks is because he was doing a pick and then he was hauling ass to the basket to try to get a rebound that was already gotten by the other guy because he was out there on the damn paint. He was out there on the arc. I mean, come on, like you can't have a 7'4" guy, no matter how skinny he is, running like that. You just can't. The dude's gonna get tired.
Oh my
He's
gosh,
huge.
guys! Speaking of baseball, the O's just scored 5 runs
Yes,
in
they did.
1 inning.
Yes, they did. We're up 6-3, boys. Anyway, we digress.
Oh my
The O's
god!
are trying to be some kind of dogs.
We're,
Trying to
we're
get back to
still playing
500.
the Boston Red Sox. Let's calm down here.
Blue Jays.
Jays.
Blue Jays.
Playing the
yeah.
Oh,
Blue
playing
Jays.
Blue Jays? Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Playing the Blue Jays. The Red Sox are actually about to get trounced by the Stankies.
They're winning against the Yankees right now.
The Red Sox?
Yeah.
Don't hold on to it for
Yeah,
long.
they
It won't be there for
5-3.
long.
Hey, we want them to win.
Um,
We need the Yankees to lose.
I know we want them to win, but let's face facts. Good luck.
Yeah.
But I mean, listen. So baseball's still going. We're gonna get back into that. But right now, we're all in the NBA's playoff right now because it's about to be over and done with, and another basketball season's gonna go on the shelf, and then it's gonna be nothing but baseball, and then we roll right into what we all want to talk about, football. So,
Speaking of which,
yes, sir.
football. A lot happening this week in football.
Oh my God, we gotta touch on that real quick. All right, I want to go around the room of the locker room, guys, and tell me realistically, and I might have a different thought process than any of y'all. Good job, Truan. I might have a different thought process than any of y'all. Who won in that trade? Was it the Rams or was it the Browns? Who won the trade between Cleveland and the Rams? We'll start with you, Miggy, since you looking all sideways. Go ahead. What you got?
The Rams for sure. I
Okay.
mean, Jared Verse. What they get? They got Jared Verse and they got
A first, a second, and a third round the next 3 years. They get a first next, a second the following, and a third the next.
I mean, honestly, I think it's the Rams for sure. Just because like Myles Garrett is Myles Garrett, especially pending if I don't know if pending Aaron Donald coming out. If he does, I mean that's all. I think right now if Aaron Donald came out, he'd be top 5 in the league. Still,
All right.
add Aaron Donald if he comes out. The Rams are already stacked as it is. I mean, their defense is elite as it is. Just for what Myles Garrett for Verse, yeah, for sure.
Right.
I
How
think
would
the
you
Rams-
think?
I mean, I agree. It's not like the Browns are going to do anything in that first round pick. I mean, they're the Browns. It's,
Yep.
Yeah.
And Myles Garrett is a fucking dog, first off. And he's going to a team that was already pushing playoffs, pushing Super Bowl. And,
Yep.
yeah, that's just all it is. I mean,
Bruin,
it's-
can you even talk?
Yeah, I'm on my phone now because I done broke my blue snowball, man.
All right, so what you got? Who you think won that trade?
For a first round, a second round, and a third round. And verse? No, the Rams don't give a shit. What picks do they need?
They don't need picks.
They're fine.
Exactly.
Rams, and like Kyle just said, it's the Browns. I mean, they could go out and get their next all-franchise quarterback if Shadur Sanders doesn't work out. It's the Browns. The best quarterback they've had in the last decade is probably Joe Flacco.
Baker Mayfield, but we digress.
You mean Baker Mayfield that didn't even make the playoffs last year? Okay,
Baker Mayfield that
what
you
a
mean Baker
hot take
Mayfield
there,
that
dude.
did
Quit
make it
dick
there?
riding that guy.
Or you
Nah,
mean Baker
quit dick-
Mayfield that did make it there? He made
Yeah,
it with the
quit-
Browns. He's the only one to make it in the last 25 years.
I'm
was
talking
Baker
about last
Mayfield.
year and the current
Doesn't matter.
2025.
You said the
2025
best Browns at quarterback they have had is Joe Flacco. I'm just saying that Baker Mayfield was better because he actually took them to the fucking playoffs. They went to the playoffs. They weren't last in our division. They went to the playoffs and they beat the Steelers. One. Let's remember they beat Pittsburgh round one with Baker Mayfield. Definitely the best quarterback that they've had in the last 20 years. Joe Flacco warmed the bench and barely played and got replaced by Shedeur Sanders, who is ass garbage. We digress.
No, he got replaced because Cincy wanted that ass when
To ride the bench after 2 games, which was retarded in its own.
Since he
self.
doesn't want to draft offensive line to protect Burrow, they want to
Nope,
play their
nope,
star
nope.
wide
They're just gonna
receivers, and
keep
that
letting it
motherfucker's
Burrow
going to keep getting
Burrow.
hurt every year.
All right.
And like we've said before, the Bengals can't guard a wall of paint on defense. Their secondary is horrible.
All right, so let's go to Smitty. Smitty, who won the trade?
It's tough because like if the Browns finally did something good with the fucking pick they got, it could be the Browns. But at the same time, are you gonna get someone as good as what Myles Garrett is currently, especially after having one of the best players on defense to ever play the game in Aaron Donald? I mean, I would say the Rams as of right now because all they are picks. Empty picks are empty picks until they're filled. So I'm gonna have to say the Rams.
I would say
I'm going the other way. I'm going to
Browns?
go with the Browns, and this is why I'm going to say it. Myles Garrett has been on the Browns for how many years? He's not the one player that was going to ever get them over the hump to win a Super Bowl. They gave up one pick to potentially get a younger defender because he's way younger than Myles Garrett. He's 25. Myles Garrett is pushing 30. So Myles Garrett has a shelf life as well. He's not going to be Aaron Donald doing this at 35. He spent a lot of his tank in Cleveland trying to make Cleveland anything they could be. And I'm not saying he's not an incredible player. One of the best DNs I've probably seen in my lifetime. One of the best rushers I've seen in my lifetime. But at the end of the day, he is getting towards the latter part of his career. It's getting more to the twilight zone. Now, you and Truin and Kyle are both correct. It's the Browns. If you did this trade on any team that had any guff of not being a complete and utter moron, that team wins all day. You'd still say, yeah, Myles Garrett getting traded to the Rams. That's a we want to win the Super Bowl now pick, which they want to. Matthew Stafford has 1 or 2 years left on him, and then he's going to be gone. Miles may have 4 on him. He's going to be gone. The Rams are in a we need to win now situation. The Browns know they ain't winning now. So why not trade away a guy that you're not going to win with regardless because you haven't yet. You've been 4th in the division for year after year after year after year with him on your team. Get a younger defender, and maybe you don't screw up 3 extra draft picks in the next 3 years, and maybe you get some kind of a team to be something with.
And pay better players and save on salary
There you
cap.
go. And maybe you pick up some stuff in free agency now that you unloaded that salary. All I'm saying is I'm not saying the Rams didn't do what they needed to do. The Rams definitely did what they needed to do to win. But the Rams choice there was not a long-term solution. It's a we need to win right the hell now. And Myles Garrett is going to get us to win right now. Do the Rams win the Super Bowl next year with Myles Garrett on their team? Especially like Mickey said, if Aaron Donald says, screw it, I'm going to run it back a couple years, which I don't think he does. But
Erica Donald said, "You guys are crazy thinking he's coming out of retirement.
But they were one play away from winning the NFC Championship last year. Now you put the dog in Myles Garrett on that defense, who is a sack leader, who is an NFL MVP, defensive MVP. Yeah, I mean, like at the end of the day, you are in a win now mentality. It was perfect for the Rams. Absolutely. But I think Cleveland, if they play it right, there's my words, if they play it right, has the more long-term upside from this trade. If they do it right. Now, it's the Browns. They're probably going to screw it up, pick somebody stupid. We're all going to laugh because you just gave up Myles Garrett for a waste of space. We're probably all going to laugh about it, but I'm saying if they played it right and if they got the right people in the next 3 years to supplant or to support whatever they're going to keep, could the Browns become a force? I mean, it's possible. I mean,
I
they've been in
believe they
the playoffs.
can. I mean, they did.
They
They
need
just
way
traded
too
their top
much.
player.
What?
They need way too much. That team needs 10 fucking years to rebuild.
Yeah.
I mean, they got a good O
But
line.
it's got to start somewhere. So
Yeah,
firing
they got
Garrett maybe is a wake up
they
call.
got a decent O line. They need receivers for sure. Jerry Judy's not the dog. Let's be
They need
real.
a
He's
they need a
number one.
franchise. They need a franchise quarterback.
Yeah, franchise is what they need. They need to
But
hit
remember,
on
they
a
get
on a
two
draft
number
pick.
ones. But remember, they get two number ones next year. So
And now they
could
need
you
a
get
couple
your
more-
franchise quarterback and a dog of a wide receiver in the first round next year, and you just filled two of your major holes? Jared Verse coming in for Myles Garrett. Yes, Myles Garrett is light years better, but again, Verse is very
And
young.
you being the football fan you are, you think two players right out of college going to make that difference for them to be a playoff team?
I don't think anybody's going to be a playoff team. I didn't say they were going to do it next year, but I said the long-term ability is more in favor of the Browns. I didn't say next year. I said long-term. I've said that 3 times. Long-term. They have a better going forward from that trade. Rams we're going to win right now. And we need to win right now. Because let's be real, the Rams went over with the 13th pick and picked up, I don't even know what they decided to pick. I'm not even going to go back into the draft. But if anybody's going to sit in this room and stare at me and say that TJ Simpson from Alabama or whatever the hell his name, Ty Simpson, is going to be the next Matthew Stafford for the Rams, once Matthew Stafford leaves, Myles Garrett might be in the same situation he's in now. Dog quarterback. He's the greatest player on the defense, and they still can't win because the quarterback sucks.
I think after Matthew Stafford retired, I think either Josh Allen or Joe Burrow is going to go there for some reason. One of those two.
I don't think Josh Allen will leave the
For
Bills.
sure.
He
I don't
has too
think-
much
yeah.
of a
Josh
chance to
Allen
win
is
with
not
the Bills.
leaving Buffalo.
Yeah, Josh Allen will not leave.
You
Joe
never
Burrow,
know, bro.
Joe
You
Burrow
never
keeps
know.
getting his ass whipped in Cincy, though. I could see that because he's tired of getting beat to dog shit.
If Joe Burrow went to the Rams, that would be deadly.
It would, especially with Puka. And oh my
I
god,
don't know if he
Yeah.
can allow that PTSD to happen, especially since they beat him in the Super Bowl.
you might be right.
Can't beat him, join him.
Yeah.
Can't beat 'em. That's right. Can't beat them, join them. So, but yeah, I mean, so a lot coming down the line from everybody, guys. Like we got more basketball to talk about. Football's just getting ramped up. You can see that the locker room guys are all amped up about football. We're ready for it. We're ready for football.
Next
to
week
hit
we
the
got to talk
skidded.
about the White House card.
We will. We're going to talk more about the UFC card next week. We're getting closer to some things happening. Let's get it done.
By the way, is that UFC fight on a Sunday?
No, it's next Saturday, the 14th.
It's
No.
on-
Yes, it
I
is a
swear
Sunday.
it's on a Sunday.
Yes, it is. I think
Yeah.
it is. It's on a Sunday. I'm pretty sure it's on the 14th. Yes.
Yeah. So
I think it's on a Sunday. Yes, and it's
well,
on
listen,
Paramount.
next week when we talk, we're going to get a lot of UFC in. We're going to recap the Spurs and the Knicks and see who takes the chip. You got any last thoughts before we sign off besides like and subscribe to our channel and let us know what
Washington
you
Red
want us to talk
Sox
about.
suck. Fire everybody.
We already knew that. We already did.
Just remember, guys. Just remember, Patrick Mahomes is the GOAT,
Oh my
everybody.
God, he's
Thank
not.
you.
Leaving.
When he can dress both his hands in rings, then you can talk about a goat to me. Get the hell out of here, okay? And I don't even like the guy, and he ain't even in Tom Brady's atmosphere right now. Get out of here.
Okay, hold on. You don't think Pat Mahomes is top 5 all time already?
I'd say he is.
I could probably come up with 5 quarterbacks above him, but
No, you
he's right
can't
there.
do
Yeah,
it.
I can.
Do it right now.
Tom Brady, Peyton
Okay,
Manning,
Tom Brady.
Aaron Rodgers.
Okay, Peyton.
Aaron Rodgers. Don't say he's not. He has as many Super Bowls, and he's one of the most accurate passers of
Okay,
all
yeah.
time.
You know what?
Okay.
You know what? I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you.
Let's see. Who else do I want to put in there? Man.
Don't you dare say Eli Manning.
No, I won't say Eli. Eli was good. He got.
Don't say
Super
Drew
Bowls.
Brees either.
I won't say Drew.
Honestly,
Joe
Ben
Montana.
Roethlisberger.
Joe Montana
Roethlisberger.
definitely.
Who?
Joe
Joe
Montana.
Montana. Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Dan Marino.
And then Dan Marino is a better quarterback than him. He just didn't win the chips. But the fifth one I'll give is the other one from the 49ers, which is Steve Young. There's five right there.
He got you right there.
There's five right there.
I mean,
I could probably go come on. Brett Favre was the dog. I could put Brett Favre up there. I can keep going, bro. Like I'm not saying
Okay,
Patty isn't
Brett
a top 10 quarterback. Not saying he's not. But to put him GOAT status, Miggy, you just a Chiefs fan at that point. He's not the GOAT. That is Mr. Hate his fucking guts, Tom Brady. And he will be because the dude has 7/10 of his fingers lined with rings.
And he beat Patrick Mahomes when he was 50
did.
years old.
Yeah, and he dog walked him as a senior citizen. Dog walked him.
Put him on a leash and say,
Hey,
"Come here,
okay.
boy."
Let me show you what the real goat
All
looks
right.
like, baby goat. We'll call him the baby goat.
Yeah,
I'll
dude.
give you the baby goat.
Let's
How
not
about
talk
that?
about he went to the Bucks and then won a ring with them.
Yes,
Give us
exactly.
his
So
business.
again.
Told Gronk had a whole ass retirement just to go win a bowl and then for them both to retire.
All right, boys. Well,
Yeah.
if
Lights on, game time, welcome to the show. Every sport, every moment, every take they need to know. From the buzzer to the end zone, from the diamond to the ring. Every headline, every upset, every chance.